You are listening to Larry Conners, USA.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
This is Larry Conners USA. Larry Conners USA.
I woke up this morning, got myself a gun. Mama always said I'd be the chosen one.
Now with this information, do you think that was perjury? Was he lying to you under oath? Is there anything for you to do now? Is there any accountability, Senator?
It's not only me. Many scientists are coming forward who are experts in this area saying, yes, they've been funding gain of function. He's been parsing words. He's been sort of kind of going around the subject, and he never fully explains why it's not gain of function. But I think his explanation is this. Oh, it was inadvertent. We didn't know they were going to gain function. Well, that's what a gain of function experiment is. You don't know when you combine two viruses if it'll be more deadly, but it might be. If you have half a brain, you know, if you combine two viruses, it sure might be more deadly.
If you just have half a brain. This is October 25th, 2021. And that was Senator Rand Paul appearing on a program with Axios on HBO. And as you heard the question, do you think now, with what we know, will we continue to learn? The letter that came out the other day that said we need to correct some statements by Dr. Fauci. In other words, he lied to you. And Senator Rand Paul says, oh, now they want to claim that we're parsing words. We're not exactly explaining it the way you think it should be explained. His point being made in that interview, if you have half a brain, and Dr. Fake supposedly has a lot of credentials to show that he has some brain, you would understand that when you start talking about gain of function, you know what is intended. You know what it is. Are you a scientist or not? Oh, there's a big question there. We're going to get into that in a lot more detail. And some of these experiments have been carried out using federal taxpayer dollars. You're going to be horrified. Hell, you're going to be angry, damn angry. Especially if you love puppies. You know what they're doing? I'll give you a brief tease. In one experiment, they were breeding beagle puppies. And then when they got old enough, put their heads locked into a cage where they couldn't move their head, where they were being bitten repeatedly by various fleas and other critters that were carrying specific diseases to see how it would affect the dog's brain. And when they think that, and they also cut the vocal cords so the staff didn't have to listen to the puppies squeal out and cry out and bark out in hurt and pain. We're going to get into that in more detail. You do not want to miss any of this program. Also, as you know, this big town hall meeting the other day with CNN's Cottonmouth, Anderson Cottonmouth, and President Biden, a total blast as usual. No one really cared except some of the things that came out of it, and the fallout continues. And the one question, do you think, President Biden, do you think police officers, emergency responders be mandated to get vaccine? If not, they should be fired. And his answer got applause. It does in the real world, but it did in that audience. And by the way, some of the mandates regarding for American truckers, they don't like taking orders like he's trying to give them at this point. We will get into that. And Condoleezza Rice, former Secretary of State, first black woman holding that position, joining The View, talking about critical race theory, trying to set it straight in their feeble little minds on The View that critical race theory is mainly not teaching true race and history. It's teaching white kids to feel guilty, making black kids and other colored children look at skin color more than anything else as their makeup and your makeup. And I'm going to even give a little bit of time today to that SNN skit over the weekend, Saturday Night Live, where Joe Biden meets Joe Biden of the past. It's funny, and yet at the same time, it emphasizes the man should not be holding office. But I don't like the options right behind him. We got a lot to cover over the next 2 hours. Let your family and friends know we're on the air. They need to be listening to this program right now for the next 2 hours. I appreciate it. Lock and load. Ready. On the right.
You can email Larry at LarryConnersUSA@gmail.com. LarryConnersUSA@gmail.com.